Well, hey guys, what is up? What's going on out there? Brent Abel here, webtennis.com. Today is the 16th of January, which means the January 2021 reboot, the physicality, the body reset, whatever we want to call it. We're in the day 16. Today, we started on January 1st. And if you've been with me since then, congratulations. Happy for you. Hope you're starting to maybe see a little result or outcome that you've been looking for, whatever that is, right? And, whether it's you want to drop some weight, shed some pounds, looking for better energy without the caffeine, looking for maybe recovery from working out, maybe as I do, looking for how can I reduce inflammation from all the working out, from all the tennis that I played just about every day of the week. I mean, I'm off the court, off my stationary bike. Maybe I'm taking one day off a week, as I should, I think. But even so, I still create a lot of inflammation. And for me, that's my number one goal throughout the day is what can I do to reduce, if not totally eliminate inflammation so that I can go out there tomorrow and do the same thing all over again and enjoy it. One of the things that is really important is sleep. And today I want to talk to you about kind of what are my 7 steps to getting another good night's sleep. And I don't look at it so much in terms of hours. I don't measure it that way as I just measure it in terms of how do I feel in the morning when I wake up. And so today, guys, let's kind of quickly go through that. Let me share my screen. And we're going to start back on day 1, and then we'll just to kind of review day 1, and then we'll go quickly to today's topic about a better night's sleep. Is I asked you on day 1, what's one thing you can eliminate for the next 31 days, right? I listed 9 and put question marks down here for number 10, and you could fill that in. Maybe there's something you do that are not listed here with these 9: alcohol, sugar, meat, chicken, pork, dairy, caffeine, processed foods, wheat, bread, second helpings. And maybe there's something else here that you've got that you want to think, well, if I drop that for 31 days, that'd be good. And look, I'm not asking you to do this for the rest of your life. I'm just saying, let's do it for 31 days. And then if you started with me on day 1, January 1st, on the 1st of February, let's reevaluate. Let's see how you feel, where you're at. And you may go, and I'm hoping you do, is that, you know what, let's try it for another month. Let's try it for the month of February. Just because you feel tangibly so much better than you did on January 1st, that you're going to go, let's see if we can maybe really build some habits, some better habits. And maybe you've eliminated something off this list that's starting February 1st. All right, let's go eliminate a second thing off this list. And so I think that's kind of the way to look at it. And look, let's talk about, and again, if you want these notes at the end of January, let me know. And I'm more than happy to get them to you in this PDF, right? In these daily notes that we're doing. So here's today, my 7 steps for another good night's sleep. And for me, number 1 is no caffeine afternoon. And I typically, some people are not sensitive to caffeine. I am. I've got a good friend of mine. We go out to dinner. We haven't gone out to dinner for a while, but when we do, last thing he would order at dinner at night would be, a cup of coffee. And the waiter, the food server would say, decaf. He'd go, oh, no. I could never do that. So for me, I'm typically 1 cup of coffee. That's it. But certainly if I have a second one, it's never past noon. Number 2, crack a good sweat. I like to pump out the poisons, as I call it, every day. Whether it's on the tennis court, whether it's on the stationary bike, I like to crack a good sweat. It just helps me, endorphins, whatever that is. It's just a great feeling. Number 3 is to eat non or low inflammatory foods, ingredients for dinner. I'm not saying that I eat a lot of inflammatory stuff at breakfast or at lunch. I don't, but I really want to make sure at dinner that I don't, because I feel like if I hit the sack at night and I've got a lot of inflammation kind of crunching through my body because of what I've eaten for dinner, I don't sleep as well. I try to finish eating by 6:30. I know, sounds goofy, but I really feel I need a good 3 hours from the last time I ate until when you know, when I go to bed. And so if I'm going to bed at 9:30, yeah, old fart, call me whatever you want. But for me, there's got to be a 3 hour window before I go to bed. And look, I know a lot of people, they don't even, we talked about intermittent fasting, time restricted eating recently. And one of the things Maya and I do from time to time is we'll stop eating around 5 o'clock, just so we have a longer period of time where we don't eat anything until the next morning. I know some guys who don't even eat dinner. I know it's crazy, but I know other guys who don't eat any breakfast. They wait until noon before their next meal. That's a little off topic. But for me, I want about 3 hours from the time that I finish eating dinner until when I go to bed. I got to make sure I have no sugary or caffeinated dessert, right? So if dessert is, this gets a little iffy. Some fruits are kind of high in sugar, right? So you got to be a little bit careful with that. I'd say 4 months. I've been using these blue light blocking reading glasses. Actually, I tried to buy some readers. They weren't strong enough. So I got the clip-ons. You can get these little clip-ons that go onto your reading glasses. And I like to get into bed and read for maybe 15 or 20 minutes before, the iPad starts falling, right? Because I'm falling asleep reading. But I find that with these blue light blocking clip-ons or reading glasses or glasses, whatever you need, that for me, it works better. I just seem to get into a deeper sleep. And then this thing is really kind of big for me is step number 7, which is I always wake up at once. I wake up once at night and go to the bathroom. And then when I come back, I've got to make sure that I don't think, I used to do this and I really kind of fought trying to go back to sleep. But I got to make sure that I don't think of, well, what am I going to do to get back to sleep? Because it could, whatever that mindset is, instead of, hey, this is an opportunity for me to be able to do some meditation, right? To do a little bit of meditating. Maybe it's the one time during the day where it's an opportunity. And look, meditating for me, when I look at it that way, it's a real positive thing that I can do. It doesn't keep me awake. It's not like, well, now I've got this activity I'm doing in the middle of the night, at 3:22 a.m. But I do look at it as an opportunity for that one time in the day when I do get to spend some time meditating. And look, for me, meditating, I'm not some Tibetan monk sitting on top of a mountain who can, I basically just kind of count. It's the old school thing of counting sheep. Well, I just kind of count it off, really focus on my breath and try to, obviously focus there and keep it off of what do I have to do to get back to sleep, right? So, and I also take, like, one thing I didn't list here, I take a couple of my organic plant-based supplements before bed. One of them specifically really helps knock out inflammation, which is the time, I think, of the 24 hours that I'm awake, or 24 hours in the day, 24 hours I'm awake. Wow. But no, of the 24 hours a day, when I'm sleeping and when I'm getting into a deep sleep, when I follow these steps, is that actually both of these products really help facilitate knocking out the inflammation and also getting into a deeper sleep. So look, if you want to know what I'm taking throughout the day in terms of my organic plant-based supplements, let me know. Just hit me up. You can either direct message me at Facebook or you can shoot me an email, brent@webtennis.com. So guys, there you have it. Those are kind of the 7 steps of what I do for a better night's sleep. If you want a copy of that now, just let me know. You can direct message me or shoot me an email, brent@webtennis.com, and I'll actually convert that note or that list into a PDF and get it over to you. In the meantime, guys, always love to read your questions, your feedback, your remarks, whether it's over here at Facebook or YouTube. Would love to read, see what's going on, and I promise to respond. And look, as always, I'm happy to be your accountability partner. I'm happy to be your wingman. If there's something that you're doing where you're kind of white knuckling through the 31 days and you want little someone to lean on, I can be your guy. I can provide that service for you, right? So just direct message me at Facebook or email brent@webtennis.com, and more than happy to do that for you. And of course, as always, now is the time, right now, this very moment at 7:41 out here on the West Coast. Get out there today. Help someone else have a spectacular day. Guys, I will see you again tomorrow.